Cinemassacre's Monster Madness.
The Giant Claw starts out like a typical 50s monster movie. It follows a pilot who sights an unidentified flying object. He tries to warn his superiors, but no one believes him. Soon, there's planes missing and a giant claw mark. It builds tension fairly well. The acting's okay for this kind of genre. It's an overall decent movie until about 20 minutes in when you see the monster. Unbelievable. Is that not the worst looking monster you've ever seen? Supposedly, Ray Harryhausen was considered to do the effects, but the producers decided to cut the cost. A special effects studio in Mexico ended up doing it, but they must have been playing a joke. I can understand they didn't have a lot of money. They had to make a cheap marionette. But did they have to give it big old goofy eyes, flaring nostrils, and a mohawk? You can't make something this laughable by accident. There's a lot of fake miniatures and overuse of stock footage, but sadly, those are the more credible parts. In that first shot, you're not even paying attention to how bad the plane looks. You're so overwhelmed by the bird. Even in the 50s, this looked bad. The poster didn't even show the bird's head. But what makes it so funny is that the rest of the movie takes itself so seriously. None of the actors knew what the monster would look like. They just had to use their imagination. Supposedly, Jeff Morrow went to see the premiere in his local town, and as soon as the bird appeared, the audience roared with laughter. Rumor has it he left the theater embarrassed and went home and got drunk. And he did a good job with the role, but his efforts are all ruined because of that silly bird. It's funny that he seems to be the one who interacts with the bird the most. He's the first character to see it when it looks like a hairball being blown across the sky. But all through the movie, he has so many encounters with it. It makes you think this guy really has a thing for giant birds. He's also the first character to coin the term flying battleship. That's how he first describes the bird, a saying that really catches on.
Not that it was a battleship.
Something as big as a battleship.
Like we're hitting a battleship with a slingshot.
A bird as big as a battleship.
Bird as big as a battleship.
A flying battleship.
Flying battleship.
Flying battleship.
Flying battleship.
Flying battleship.
Flying battleship.
Everyone, including the narrator, constantly refer to this thing as a battleship. I can understand if they compare the bird to a jumbo jet or something that actually flies, but why a battleship? But there's more. The bird is extraterrestrial. That's right. But how it got to Earth is what I want to know. The thought of that thing flapping its way through space makes me want to piss myself. It's also supposed to have an antimatter shield. Now it's just getting absurd. And it follows a pattern. Check this out.
Well, see it?
Oh, no.
A pattern.
Okay, that bird really has a strange agenda if instead of taking the most direct path, it just spirals out. How would you even see a spiral in that? Why didn't he just draw a straight line? So, we have a goofy-looking bird that comes down from space in an antimatter shield flying in a spiral. It's pure genius. That's why this is one of the best, worst movies ever made. Of course, The Giant Claw made it on my top 10 giant monsters video, coming in at number 1. If I could own one prop from any movie, I'd want to have the Giant Claw puppet. Does that thing still exist? I want to know. I would gladly buy it so I could hang it from the ceiling in my living room. At least I'd like to see it in person or just see a picture of it today. I wonder what the scale of it is. I really do. Please, somebody tell me, where is the Giant Claw?